Hello again. So, watching Troy's stream, and towards the end it got a bit, well, not good. And I feel that, it could have been handled a little bit better. Start talking about the chase, and then I don't get why people have to be personal. Now, I have nothing but respect for Paul. Absolutely nothing but respect for him. But sometimes the right thing can be done in the wrong way. And to make a statement is one thing, but it was more about, neither either losing, both wanting to win. And I don't think that was, a good message to send out about the chase. The community that is left potentially has more non-searchers than searchers, in my opinion, potentially. To send out some love. The people that I don't really know have wished me well in my retirement, and that goes a long way. To show what sort of people are in the chase. And it's not possible for everyone to get along, but it's a good idea to have. Nothing is as it seems. So why do people feel the need to protect others from people in the chase? Because one minute they're falling out and the next minute they're best friends. So it's difficult to know that the person that you're trying to protect actually needs protecting, or if it's just a game that people are playing that you're caught up in the middle of. And I said, I would have muted both parties, not because I didn't want to take sides or, because I didn't have the strength to choose a side, because it doesn't matter which side you choose, you're always going to be wrong. It was about both of them are wrong, because this is not what this community should be about. So, taking time out to see the more important things. And there were people that wanted to know the ending of the story, so sometimes you just say your piece and then, you carry on. Forrest Fenn, the thrill of the chase. Forrest said if he can make it happen, and people still talk about the chest, even though they also talk about, there's something more. That's crazy. Either one or the other. If there's something more, there's something more. And we've heard about Stoof.com. Whilst I pay no mind to events, no, that's wrong. I do pay mind to them. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done the things that I did. But I choose the ones that I feel are relevant to moving forward. Now, this chase will end at some point because something will end it. And stoof.com, whilst will be information, is not going to help anybody end anything. I don't think it will enlighten a few people. Inside the room and outside the room, two different things. And a sliding trick, possibly between the two, to get out through that door. And this is all about what's not in the room. Potentially, there should be something in the room that's not in the room. And people are focusing on their own maybe solution as to what they're finding inside. So there's a lot more on the back wall than people are talking about. And most of that on the back wall is in the book, The Thrill of the Chase. I saw Ben talking about it, saying there should be something in that area in the middle. But to me, it looks like the area in the middle is the biddy with the blaze hat or something similar. And it's like they're talking about the fact that they can, clean up the image and make it look bad, but they're not talking about something that's right in the middle in front of everybody. I don't know whether they're not talking about it because they don't want to talk about it, or they don't see it. We're talking about the dove and the crescent moon at the top, and I don't know if it's a bison or a cow with the horns, etc., or Fenn rock, or that it was. I think something's covering it now, but it looked like DB Cooper. The image of DB Cooper was above and to the right of the sunglasses that are on there. Those things in the room could potentially be good solutions, things that you're supposed to find. Just telling someone that they have some mighty fine manoeuvres. Just liked it. The Stiff.com is not. It is going to be the answers, or is the answer. But the chase has ended in the sense that Forrest had the information that was necessary, and now it's the making it happen. And Forrest already told us that he couldn't end it. So he's reliant on something happening that will. And that could be epic and fun. People are asking about, what's Charlo going to do? And how, it could be epic and fun. But I don't think Charlo has any authority in making this epic and fun. This will be epic and fun, in my opinion, and David B's opinion. I'm sure I can speak for David on that point, but this is about Forrest making it happen. Hi, Bill. How you doing? Yeah, we're not all crazy over here in the UK or England. Everybody's different, and everybody has their own way of dealing and interacting with people. Mine will be different to Paul's. That doesn't say that I agree or disagree with what he's saying. That just means to say that he will do and say the things that he feels he must, and I will do and say the things that I feel I must. And that would not make me respect him any less or appreciate him as a friend. But what happened in that chat was, it was a little bit ugly, and shouldn't have been allowed to continue, to be fair. I have no animosity towards anybody. And whilst I don't like the way they live their life, that is totally up to them. As long as it doesn't directly affect me or anybody that I love, then I can't decide anybody's way of getting through this life. Now, at some point, you will have to stick up for those that can't stick up for themselves. And you don't have to know them, but you just have to do the right thing. And sometimes doing the right thing has to be done in the right way. Yeah, the poo-poo hit the fan today. This chase was, or did start out to be, a good, fun place to be. And because of possibly making it happen, and the fact that Forrest wasn't here to oversee it, probably meant that it went off the rails a bit. Not that the things being done aren't meant to be done, just that slightly crossing the line maybe. I can understand that people want answers, but the fact that you can make it happen is that people don't have answers. And that's the issue. Forrest says he wouldn't tell anybody, wouldn't tell his mother. Then says the kind of person who finds that chest can't keep it quiet. Then says don't tell anyone, shut up. So those statements are all, contradictory at some point. And in the chase, you have to try and work out what is being spoke about and how it affects the way that you see the chase. So if you get past the fact that there is no chest, then what is being spoken about? How far along the road do you have to travel to find the answer? And you should all know the answer to that. Have to go all the way. There are no shortcuts. You can't just end the chase because you want to end the chase, and there is no quick fix. Forrest couldn't end the chase if he wanted to. That's a big statement to make. If there was just a chest outside in the Rocky Mountains for him to go back and pick up. If the chest reaches 10 million, or if the treasure, whatever the statement is, reaches 10 million, he might go back and get it. There's another big statement. Did it reach that point? Could it have possibly reached that point? Did Forrest make an announcement that it had reached that point at some point in the chase? It's not who you are, it's only who you can make them think you are. Was one of the biggest statements with regard to trying to understand the thrill of the chase and who all the people were in it. So if you think about it logically, actually no, if you deep think using logic, this was about finding Forrest. I did a video about Where's Waldo a long time ago. Well, it seems anyway. Forrest said, excuse me, I put some hairs in the chest to, prove what kind of person did this outrageous thing, or whatever the statement is. And we all know who did it. And then he says, I dare you to come find me. So, how does that work? Does it mean actually find Forrest? Or does it mean, find the person that did this crazy thing that the DNA is needed for? And people talk about finder and a solver and a retriever. But Forrest said you need metal and resolve. The fact that you didn't try to solve the poem and you only tried to find the chest might give you a disadvantage in understanding why there are many people who claim to have the answers. Now, Paul's statement was not that he was the solver, only that he solved the poem, and it was not about a chest. And that's, two totally different things. Hi, Nikki, how are you? Actually, I've only just noticed there's only 2 people in chat, and I've done, wow, more than a quarter of an hour already. Yeah, 2 totally different things. And that's the problem in the chase. People react to statements without reading them properly or understanding them fully. And that causes issues. So maybe we just need to take a little bit more time in collecting the information and deciphering the information. I don't mean codes and ciphers. Now I'm watching, I know, some lurkers, probably Who's Gadoo and them type of people. Ben, he likes to lurk. The answers, in my opinion, have been given, just not in the way that you understand them. I feel that anybody who knows any of the answers in the chase will know that those answers are out there. That is not to try and be clever. I think if you hear what is written, have a chance of understanding. Somebody said that it was in the interest of certain parties to try and get the solver to tell the solve. Now, if I was a solver, somebody said to me a long time ago, or asked me in chat, would I ever tell the solve? And my answer was no, I wouldn't. Because Forrest said not to. But I added on to that, unless Forrest Fenn says it's okay to do so. And people say that Forrest said, everything's up to the finder. It's the finder's story, it's the finder's solution, it's the finder's this, that, and the other. But my understanding of it was only in regards to the chest. He was asked, what should the finder do? He talked about his obsession with the chase and saying that it was all he had when he interacted with searchers. If Forrest doesn't do anything for more than 15 years, then the longest this could have took was 2025. If Forrest is true to his, statement. and don't do anything for more than 15 years. So if you couple that with I couldn't end the chase if I wanted to, that could mean there was a timeline that needed to be followed. So with that in mind, I couldn't end the chase if I wanted to, but I don't do anything for more than 15 years means, in Forrest's mind, the chase could end before those 15 years. But he could not physically end it. People say Forrest pulled the chest and ended the chase. Well, that goes against him saying I couldn't end the chase if I wanted to. So people make statements, I don't know if out of hate, greed, acting, however those statements are made or why they're made. You can't turn around and say Forrest pulled the chest when he makes a statement I couldn't end the chase if I wanted to. Those two don't go together. They don't. If Forrest could have ended the chase, he would have ended the chase, end of. And if that meant pulling the chest, it was his chest to pull. And if it's not about the chest, then why is everybody bothered about it? So those sort of things, they don't, keep me up at night. Because, Forrest said, I can do that. So Forrest is of the opinion that he can do something, then you should have faith in that person to be able to do it. 15 men and yo-ho and a bottle of rum. Oh dear. Is that the same rum that's on the table? So in that picture, and the red herring, and those solves that, or solutions, that maybe are just good solutions. The wooden horse or the Troy horse, maybe, not that solved. DB Cooper, maybe not that solved. Fendi, maybe not that solved. Or solution. And maybe they're all good solutions in that room. 9 Mile Hole, the Fenn Rock is in there. Don't want to say too much about that clock. But Forrest said, he never took a radial off the blaze. And then people tell us what the blaze is, and it's like, well, there's obviously a radial on that, isn't there? And it's quite possible that Forrest would know, if it was east, north, west, or south, in regard to the blaze that people are talking about. Which way did it face? So I look at that room and think, well, there's not much going on there. But outside, there's lots going on. You've got a canopy of stars, you've got two Amigas, you've got the wood, you've got the rainbow, you've got a loyal dog, possibly a shadow, purple cloak, or whatever it is. I can't remember these things. Bottle of milk, the gas light, or the gas and the lighter. The lawnmower, or the Victory, whatever you want to call Victor. So it's obvious that there's stuff that should be there, and possibly will be there, in the updates, which is a strange term to use, like an update on what? So really, you should have an answer or a topic, and then an update on that topic, which is an answer to what's happening now. So are you getting answers to what's happening now or what's already happened? And will the last update be the final answer. What is missing from the room, and how do you get out of that sliding door with that key? And is there more than one key? So if you focus on what's missing, maybe you'll get, more of an idea of what the answer is, instead of trying to find out what is there. Because most people want to look at what is the answer to their soul. Now, if there are good solutions, then obviously there's people like Five Leaf, Dave Man from the East, or Solutions, whatever. Barbara, if they are solutions to the thrill of the chase, then their bits of information will be in that room. And then you have the songs. Now, it was quite easy to focus on should have realised what you gotta do. But there are other words in that song further on. Maybe it's not realising what you've got to do. Maybe it is. But in my opinion, finding the answers to what's supposed to be in the room is just telling you what's in the poem. Which is everybody has a good solution. Or a red herring, depending whichever way you want to look at it. So I think that everybody found a chest. If you say you found a chest, I'll believe you found a chest. And maybe you were meant to find a chest. But the whole point was to solve the poem, to follow the 9 clues precisely, which will lead to the end of my rainbow and the treasure. Well, the end of the rainbow seems to be on the left-hand side of the picture, with the double omegas, with the canopy of stars, with everything that Forrest has talked about in regard to what you're supposed to find at the end, or what we've interpreted as what you're supposed to find at the end. So where would the answers be? Most of the chase has been about outside. Went outside for Elbow Room, got Outside Magazine, we've got the girl that was left outside the house, couldn't get back in. So is the answer outside or inside that room? And even if the answer is outside, what's missing? What should you expect to see there in order to know the answer? If you wanted to work inside the room, then you would have to be deducing that this is about, or you will find mention of different souls that we've seen in the chase. Even to the point that if you look at, I don't know what they are, where you get the duck's head, which is reflected in the mirror, which is double glazed, not a mirror, in the door, glass door. You have 2 beaks outside. Underneath that, there seems to be the chest. I don't know if it's Fetchin's trunk or whatever, but there's a picture in there. The My War For Me picture with the cap, is it a cap or hat? That's in the wall, which has been bordered. This is in the wall. Seen quite a few things in the water. Hi MJ, how are you? Rabbit hole at the end of the yeah. Um, so Forrest was a trickster, so we're told, and Forrest admits that he was the best smoozer. So how do you find the truth in those two things? So the best salesman, what could a salesman sell? Well, snow to the Eskimos, and there's snow outside. A nice sunny day where the rainbows. And Willie again is outside in the snow as he was in the scrapbook. If you think what is probable, then maybe it'll be possible. But if you're just looking, I don't think you're going to say anything until you're told something. Forrest said he did things to aid the finder, not the seeker. Unless you found something, everything that Forrest did will not help you. Unless you found what it is that he had left for you. Once you find that, then whatever else is left, you will understand, in my opinion. And people think, my information is just one piece of information, one way of looking at the poem. But I've probably told you 20 different ways of looking at that poem. And people only focus on the ball or string way. The reason why I go against souls, why I eliminate them, not because they're wrong, because I look at the souls and think they're definitely right. This this is definitely an answer. This is a truth that I believe is supposed to be found. I eliminate it because it's not the exact truth. And whilst all those others are like 15% embellishment, I think the correct soul has to be 100% correct. No embellishment, no, room for doubt. The poem has to be self-confirming. The poem has to give you where warm waters halt. You can't, before I said there are no shortcuts, but you can't make up your own information. And you can't make an assumption as to what the correct answer is. You have to be told what the correct answer is. You can't guess warm waters halt, and you can't guess anything after that. And Forrest said, read to me what the poem says, or something like that. People talk about two poems, and people underestimate Forrest. Another round. Yeah, this is hopefully not going to devolve as the other one did. Well, it was there in spirit, and the rum is on the table. Is that spirit? Ah, Pony Express. Talk of that. I think that's the same, or similar buckle that Forrest talked to us about, that Rick Novak had. I enjoyed that tune as well. But your spirits are Yeah, I think Bill knows more than he lets on. Um, Bill has to be associated with some sort of art industry, music, acting, something like that, to be able to have been to the concerts and met the people that he says he met. And I believe that he did these things. And in order to do that, he's not just your average run of the mill, 9 to 5, have a job, and go to a concert every week, especially at Red Rock, which reminds me that was a solve of mine because of the amphitheatre and blah, blah, blah. Another one that was incorrect, in my opinion. Yeah, the Pony Express bringing a package. Who told you that? Brian Gates. Then I speak in blood. You are 100 years late. Well, that's because Forrest was born 100 years earlier. Or wished he had. Wow. Bill. You're coming up with some stuff today. Hi, NFJ. How you doing? A telecommunications engineer. Yeah, and what does that mean in English? There is no way you're just a telecommunications engineer in the sense that I think of it. Not if you met all these people and went to all these concerts. Unless, no, not even then. Not if you were setting all these, setting them all up and that. No. Chase-a-thon today. Oh, street could be in IT. Hiya, Frank, or Shy Guy, or however you wish to be addressed. I don't pretend to know the ins and outs of the chase, and I don't pretend to know what everybody's role in the chase is. There are those that I believe are true searchers in the sense that they have nothing to do with Forrest Fenn or the chase, and they were just initially looking for a chest hidden in the Rocky Mountains. And I know some people will make the argument, well, so was Cynthia and Dal and Justin Posey and Caper and all those people, but I think it's clear that those people, whilst they may have had the ability to go looking, are more high profile than just treasure searchers. Emily Dickinson was born 100 years before Forrest. Well, maybe Forrest wanted to meet her. Where do handout? Mario, where do handout? Don't get that. Where do handout? Sorry, MJ, I'm not sure what that means. Where do handout? State of panic, state of emergency. No, I'm not in a state. I'm in UK. I'm in England. We call them towns and cities and counties. So not a state, unfortunately. You know, America's an amazing place, And I say that, because I watch cowboy films and detective films and that, and see the difference in that country as opposed to this country, and Australia. Obviously, talking to David B. And I think Australia is an amazing country as well, but the bad thing that your country has that this one doesn't at the moment is really dangerous creatures. Where do you live in the country? I live in a country. I used to live on a farm. I now live in a little village, which I suppose you could call the country, but it's not too far away from a town. But far enough out that you don't have, the hustle and bustle that town life brings, and the blaring of police cars and motorbikes and rowdy young people. So yeah, I suppose a village. I'm not sure what that question is. So my sort of country is not the same as your sort of country. Your sort of country goes for hundreds of miles out in the country, and my sort of country is like probably 5 or 10 miles out in the country. Yeah, you said Greece the other day. How live from England there? Yes, live from England at 00:48, 10 to 1 in the morning. I am now in the future, and you are in the past by about 7 hours. So if it's 1 o'clock here, it's probably 6ish, 4, 5, no, 5, 6, or 7 o'clock-ish where you are, possibly. And Davy B will be about 8 o'clock in the morning. What time is love? 3 a.m. Love is 3 according to KLF and others. People seem to think a lot about 3 a.m. Yeah, so that's about right. 6 4 7. So yeah, so you would be. Let me try and work this out. In my tiny little brain, if it's later, then you are further into the middle of the country. And if it's earlier, then you are more to the east in your country. So if you're 7 hours behind, it would be 6 o'clock. So that would probably be on the eastern edge. And then as you go further in, you get further and further behind towards the western edge. So yeah, it's 10 to 1 now in the morning. So I'm going to hazard a guess, MJ. Oh, you beat me. Wow, I wouldn't have been too far away. I was going to say, Oklahoma or something like that, around that area. Arkansas, the Arkansas. That was a river that featured in A Possible Soul. And that river that I couldn't think of, it's gone out of my head now. The Dirty Brown River. The one that Ben was talking about. Had a soul there. Turned with something in Germany. Why do I keep forgetting that river? I'm a hillbilly. 200k. My house is worth about 200k, maybe a bit more. But that's English pounds. Yeah, another solve I did with the Arkansas River. I did, I don't know, too many. With Forrest always like yapping in my ear. Don't be stupid. What have I told you about such, 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 such? What is that river? Muddy Brown Indian name, I think it is. Wish Ben was in chat. He could tell me what the name of that river was. Where Box Canyon is. And can't remember the name of that complex. They only say how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms. Yeah, I did quite a few rivers. The Animas, the Wood River, the Arkansas River. Sure, it's got an OU in that river. But I'm trying to think of the. How come when I come off air, I can remember what it is, and then when I come on air, it just goes straight out of my head? They don't poop. No, we have proper bathroom facilities here. Not like they do in other parts of Europe. To be fair, I haven't come across, been to those sort of places where they don't have proper toilet facilities that we're used to. I don't think I want to be fair. But it's weird how different countries use different equipment to live their lives, which means we don't all think the same way. Everywhere is changing. Who's Skidoo? I thought you'd be lurking. Howdy ho. Haven't heard that before. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes. Today was my first day. Waking up and going, oh, what time is it? Oh, time to go back to sleep. It's that time. Thank you, MJ. Yeah, I appreciate it. It feels good. I did plan to wake up early and ring up the radio station and ask them to put a request out for the people that were working there to remind them on that I was going to go back to bed, but I'm not that cruel, so I didn't. I'll tell you now, none of them, Bill. None of them. We live in a woke society now where you can't do anything right. Simple as that. The majority is being overruled by the minority, and I appreciate that everybody's different and everybody has their own agenda, but you can't cater to everyone. It ain't gonna work. Excuse me. Not gonna work. And for people to be offended every time you talk about something is crazy. Most people don't mean to offend anyone, but yeah, that's another thing as well. We came out of Europe and now we seem to be worse off because Europe, want to try and screw us over in more ways than one. They're very easy to get alone anyway. Keepers of the faith are faithless. That means you get no sleep. He sung, I can't get no sleep. Faithless. Plan to take up any new hobbies. Become a detectorist. I have no plans other than to just chill for a while. Let it sink in that, I've done 40 odd years of work. Queen Elizabeth did a great job. Yeah, whilst it's hard to not appreciate Princess Diana more, I'll probably get in trouble. Well, I don't know if I'll get in trouble for this, but I'm not much for. I was going to say Prince Charles and King Charles. Not much confidence at all. I don't have much confidence in the politics or the royalty at the moment. So, excuse me. The distance between the supposed people and government or the monarchy is just getting wider. I think a lot of people respected the Queen, obviously in the Commonwealth, and had much love for her. But she put herself out there to be admired and to be respected. And I don't say the same for King Charles, unfortunately. Sorry, that's the way it is. I'll say it how I see it. I don't believe there should be two. Either we have a monarchy or we have a parliament that I can't think of the word. Prime Minister. So we either have a prime minister that runs the country or we have the king that runs the country. And we pay our money to them. And not the two. And I know people say, well, they bring a lot of money in tourism and that. Well, let them spend that money. If that's the money they bring in and that's the money they earn, then let them spend that. So I'm not sure if you're agreeing that she did a good job or you're agreeing that King isn't the same. But I think most of the Polish people here speak English. In fact, I go so far as to say that most of the foreign people that come here can speak, most of them, not all of them, can speak English to some degree. And whilst it's not right for me to go abroad and have them speak my language, I do appreciate it. So most places around the world do speak English, which is good. Medal or metal? Is that my eyes? Yeah, I tried going metal detecting in a poem of 24 lines and 6 stanzas. Yeah, those places are nice places, Bill, but they are colder. So the further north you go, a bit like Canada, the further north you go, the colder it is. So whilst they're nice places, they are cold and wet. So even in England, I notice a difference from where I come from originally down south, moving to the centre of England. It's colder up here than it is down there, and we get more snow and more cold temperatures. So the further north you go, not good. Oops, what are you oopsing? I wonder, MJ, have I said something? Have you said something? Mental I am. That sounds like Yoda. He would say mental I am. We would say I am mental. My great grandmother is. Ooh, Lanarkshire. See, that's the thing. People think that the English went over to America, but the Scottish, the Irish, the Welsh, all different countries in their own right. So part of the United Kingdom, yes, or the Great Britain. Well, it wasn't just English that went over. So when they say the British are coming, there's one thing. Well, the English are coming, is another. I can't remember his name now either. All these solves that I had, and I can't remember half of them. So part of another solve was that um, that man who rode the horse and said, "They're coming, they're coming, the British are coming," or whatever he said. Yeah. Hmm. Some solves to do with the beginning of the country. Your country, not mine. Um, Obviously, my country is older in regards to history, but Australia and America are roughly, give or take, the same sort of age. And to be fair, and this is weird, considering we colonised the US and Australia, they, as countries, they seem to be doing better than we do. So it begs the question, you did the right thing to break away, because whilst we were great then, as nations, we seem to be doing better than we are now. Ah, the West End of London. Yeah, good place to come from. I thought you were going to say your Western ancestors came from the Western past, where Josh Jordan was. See, I don't even mind Josh Jordan. I know he did some videos about me not so long ago. I mean, I haven't watched them, but they pretty much say the same things over and over. Party to commit fraud, etc., etc., etc. And that may be part of the chase narrative. But as I pointed out in one of my videos not so long ago, commit fraud doesn't mean, or cannot mean, what you think it means. There is that. You would think, with being such a young country, you would do your best to preserve the history from, the very start going forward, because you've got more chance of keeping the historical facts more truthful. The fact that there aren't many generations where that history cannot be recounted. So it surprises me that you're less bothered than, well, I would be if it was me. It'd be nice to be able to keep a full account of everything that went on. Obviously, the Native Americans and that were there first, but oh, that's interesting. That's interesting, Bill. So give me a picture of Forrest Fenn. It gives the same results as when I tell it won't. Which is what? It gives you the picture of a forest marsh, or does it give you a picture of forest? Fendi did a video the other day, and I don't know if you noticed, but the gap where the clouds were, if you look up, looked like the picture of Forrest when he's pointing at the map with his hat on. Weird. Absolutely weird. The bit of blue sky that was in there. Like, God. Well, that sounds familiar. A meadow surrounded by trees with mountains in the back. So all you'd need then were some yellow and purple flowers and some animals, and then it'd be, if I was standing where the chest was, I would see. That's what I said to Five Leaf about his solve. the information that you put into AI. No, depend on the information that you put into AI would depend on the information it gives you back. If you didn't give any background to that poem, would it be easier for AI to solve than if you gave all the background? And I think it would be easier if you just gave AI the poem, rather than gave AI the poem, everything in the thrill of the chase, all the interviews, all the scrapbooks. I think it would be harder for AI to give an answer because there's that many contradictions. Excuse me. Oh, describes. Describes. Yes, it does describe that in the D meadow. Is that a bullet with an E or a bullet with an I? So, what do people think about the arrowhead that Forrest found when he was 9 years old? How important is that in understanding the thrill of the chase? Wow, I've got 15 in and 4 likes. What's going on? I only seem to be talking to about 3 people. What did you actually put in, Bill? Did you put in, just the poem? Or just Forrest? Just Forrest Fenn? And just Wyoming? Or did you put the other information as well? I can't believe that AI can solve the poem. No, that's wrong. Everybody solved the poem, so I think AI can solve the poem. Can AI have the correct solution? I think if you gave AI all the souls, how they were interpreted, it may come up with the most logical answer, but it has no imagination. So, and someone's going to argue that they can program imagination into it or something, but if it has no imagination, how how does a deep thinking searcher using logic, how does that help AI? And imagination is more important than knowledge. How does that help AI? So I don't know. Strange things. Hi, Fenny Enough. Fenny Enough. That's right, Fenny Enough. Treasures. There's a statement. So you were here all that time, Fenny Enough. Treasures old. Actually, have you got a solve, MJ? Did you partake in the chase to try and, like the rest of us, find a chest? And you, Fenny Enough. I don't want you to tell me what your solve is. Just if you were like the rest of us. Someone questioned me, a while ago that I too was looking for a chest, and I was, yeah, until Mario. Yes, I have the soul. Oh well, let's know. Stumpy, you're Hooskadoo. What's going on? How you doing? You found it in Wyoming, but don't tell everybody, or they'll all want them. Actually, I don't know how to take that plastic chest. Yeah. So the problem with somebody asked a while ago, how many people did I think were still in the chase? I thought 77 because I think it averages out about 3 different avatars for one person. Some people have about 6 or 7. It's a cute chest. We talk about the plastic chest. So I only have one. Now you're all confusing me. MJ found it in Wyoming and it's a cute chest. Nikki only has one chest, but that's not plastic. Or French. Oh, one avatar. I'm not so confused. Um, Thank you for that, Nikki. It's difficult to in this world now. It's difficult to know how to address people when you're face to face. So there are many assumptions. So Nikki could be male or female. MJ, male or female. Fenn enough, male or female. And then you have the added complication of how they want it to be addressed. He, she, they, whatever. So it's crazy, crazy. I'm saying chessboard is it? I don't know how to take that funny enough. My soul is the only one that has 9 clues that are even missing. So MJ is a mister. But you obviously know MJ to know that your 9 souls same chessboard as his. Thank you, Nikki. Um, she, her, female. Thank you. I think I already told you in another video that I got told off at work because the young. Hang on, let me get this right. A young lady wanted to be addressed as he. So in my mind, what I was looking at was a young lady, and I called her her, him or her, and he said he wanted to be called a he. So it's like, oh, sorry. There's no way you can know those sort of things, and it's crazy that you might have to just call everything, everyone, everything, everyone. Everyone. They, them, or just person. So, super person. How do you distinguish between Supergirl and Superman? Or He-Man? Is it them man or they man? Person man? Can't say man. So is it just, can't say he? So they. She-Ra? Can't say she. Bat person? Just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Lots of there, which is something I like to say. You can't say my name without saying mm, mm. And definitely with both my initials because it's their man. Ah, here he is, she is, they are. Pirate, how you doing? I hope you're a better moderator than Troy had. I'm sure you are, Pirate, and that is why you're the only person carrying a blue wrench. Where were you when Troy needed you? Did not chat, but don't know what that word says. When you said it. I didn't say it. Did I say it? It. That was a joke that somebody put in. I think it was Tim the other day. Something about it and Fendi, or someone said. No, David said IT. Can't spell it. Which is, an obvious lie because he says he couldn't spell it, but he wrote it. So obviously can spell it because there it is, written by you as it. When you said, mm, 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 mm. No, not quite like that. Just it. Okay. Now it's getting silly. Peggy said it was the bullet. Well, it was shot, so the bullet was shot. Yep, I can go along with that. It was shot, and the bullet was shot from the gun, which, travelled through lots of different people and was still pristine. Not sure what MJ's laughing at. Peggy said it, whether I said or Pirate said just it. That takes care of it. Something ends it. Forrest was shot by himself. The bullet ends it. It is a crazy thing. What was I looking up again the other day? See, my answers to the poem go back years. So I try and remember all the things that I was thinking, wondering, what was I doing? So I went back to I, the word I. You will be absolutely surprised what the word I means. Mario, the bullet ends it. That's what Bill just said. You were both singing from the same hymn sheet. The shot heard around the world started it. Yeah, it took seconds of your time to say it. Seconds of your time to take his life. It took seconds. Second. So, 3 tramps going to the train. Or the train area, whatever it's called. Blah, blah, blah. It's a broider. The lady in the coloured stuff with the umbrella. I think Forrest lived near Connolly. And he shouted, trying to kill us all, which is a strange thing to say. I think I did a video about that. Oh, yeah, it's amazing, isn't it, how we do that? All of us. So we look at it and think, right, oh, that could be Mr. Hickey, that could be Carl, that could be Zoe, that could be Kelly, that could be Forrest, that could be Zoe, Kelly, Charlo, Cynthia, Dal, K-Bro, Mike now and again. So we start thinking, who could they be? Jason Northace. Oh, Woody. Shh. Wasn't a real tramp. Oh, okay. I'm not a lover, I'm a fighter then. Romeo and Juliet. Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Singing up at the window, singing, hey, my boyfriend's back. Shouldn't come around here singing up at people like that. What you gonna do about it? So, you thought Lucky Digger was Zoe because she talked about her ex-husband. How does that work, who's kidding? Does Zoe have an ex-husband? Who's to blame? Me? I didn't do it. That's the wrong you're anyway. Stop doing that. You're to blame. You give love a bad name. Going on to the rock things. Who's could do? No, matey. Woody Bugs. Yeah, how Woody? Could be lies. That sounds like another Human League song. Shot that was heard around the world. Who did it? Is this Cluedo? Who did it? Well, they did all those tests, didn't they? Like how many shots you could do with that gun. And then you had, as Granite tried to say, back and to the left. Back and to the left, which was a Kevin Costner thing. Who was also in Dances with Wolves. Who, that lady looked a bit like Barbara. She was in the movie industry, apparently. Didn't say in what context though. Like Idaho, Buffalo. My brother, Sylvester, what's he got? He's got over 40 medals on his chest. He ain't heavy. He's my brother, been married 42 years. Threw him out last month. Uh-oh. Was she supposed to throw the rubbish out? Made a mistake. My brother married 42 years. 42 years. That's about as long as I've been working. 42 years. Must have had a good enough reason. Women don't go throwing out their husband after 42 years for no reason. Is he staying at yours now, Bill? Are you taking him in? So I'm 100% convinced, Bill, that you are, a, I'm not going to say producer, but definitely not, what did you say, telecommunications person. In the sense that I understand the telecommunications person. She's a crazy one. She was born in 1972 and thinks she killed JFK. Yeah. Yeah. I think that'd make a great film. The baby that killed JFK. I could see it now. Lying on the grass. No, people going, can you smell a baby's diaper? Bill, I don't know if you're saying that to be funny or whether she really is crazy, but anyone who thinks they killed JFK when they were 1 year old, something in right there. That is crazy. So you're doing it again now, aren't you, Bill? I seen JFK 3 weeks before he was shot. Like in the same room or just, from a distance? Sorry. Sorry. Sniper in the diaper. That's got to be a film, that is. If they can do like those films where they manage a corporation, I'm sure they can do The Assassin, the baby assassin. Oh dear. Just crawling through the underbrush in their ninja style. Sorry. Uskadu, you're a bad person. Sniper in the diaper. Bill, she really is crazy. She was 1 year old and she thinks she killed JFK. Is it the same JFK? At least I was 5 and remember being in kindergarten. Hi, okay, Larry. I can't get that vision out of my head. Little baby in his romper suit. No, she actually. Take the shot, baby. Take the shot. Actually, that's not one that's in the room, is it, JFK? Is that in the stoof.com? No, that's not a bullet in front of the mirror, is it? It's like a chess piece. It'd be nice if it was a bullet. Yeah. Is it a bullet? Is that what you're saying yeah to? Bullet. Are you cooking again, okay? Mr. Larry, are you doing cooking again? You're normally doing cooking. Oh, graduation. Oh, you get some sort of title when you graduate, don't you? A certificate. Actually, we never got that sort of graduation day thing here. You know, throw your whatever that's called in the air. Only that he's laughing for who's Skidoo, and he's sniping the diaper. Oh, leftovers. Hey, leftovers are good. In fact, sometimes leftovers are great, better than the original. So, is that the Lincoln Green? You didn't have a hand in it, did you, Bill? You weren't pretending to do the telecommunications there, were you? Oh, going mental now, all this shooting up. Isn't Oksana coming around? Is it dinner for one? Southbound US 101. Don't know where that is. We were stopped. I was stuck under a tunnel the other day. Somebody was on the bridge, threatened to jump, so they had to stop traffic. It's not a nice feeling, that isn't it? You know, thinking about somebody going to jump in the road in front of you while you're driving your car. Use the magic bullet. I thought it was found where. No, that can't be right, Bill. I thought it was found on Connolly's seat. I thought it went through JFK, hit Connolly, reverberated off his hand or elbow or something, and ended up on the front seat. Nope, the truth is coming out. Well, another truth that was supposed to be coming out was that it was a secret agent who accidentally shot him because of the gun that was kept in the car. And after that incident, they changed how they did things. Bill, did a birdie tell you? The bullet told him. He's had the bullet all along. He's the bullet whisperer. The insignificance or the significance? 22nd. November 22nd. Well, when you think about the release of information, that seems to happen roughly about the same time. Yeah, oh, don't worry about it. I might as well spell my own wrong rather than let them spell it wrong. I look at it, and it's weird because American English is a little bit different. So sometimes I spell it and it's saying it's wrong, and I have to second guess myself and go, "Not wrong. That's how you spell it." I try and remember to set up for like UK English, not US. There's a picture from the photographer under the overcoat. It shows the bullet headed for the windshield. Yeah, he did that, didn't he? It's like, oh, crap, got it all over my shirt. But apparently one did go past and hit um, towards the underpass, overpass, whatever. But then that says that Lee Harvey Oswald didn't do it. Yes, which is what Forrest said. There's something significant. No, well, yeah, there's something significant. But Douglas Preston said it. I think something significant was said if I was sitting in that chair. But I'm not going to tell you. Fenny, how can you make a statement like that? Well, it is a .22 caliber. Hot potato, catch 22, yada yada yada. So I've got pictures. I was just picturing Forrest on the tail of a plane holding on like that. F-22 Pictures has FF on the tail. So got Forrest Fenn on the tail. I was watching Rick Novak's video. Some neat flying in that. Yeah. And shooting down of planes and bombing stuff. That's another name you got to wonder. Who is Rick Novak? No, Nikki, I'm not going for that one. You can't do that. You can't spell his name right and then say, who is Rick Novak? Surely you would use a V. Oh, trade a soul for it. They're crazy. So, within the space of a few days, everybody's talking about the Pony Express. And Rick Novak is talking about the Pony Express. And I like that song that he put out as well. So, it can't be a coincidence that all of a sudden that buckle came up and everybody's talking about no pizza delivery. That's probably what you get in Bill, a pizza with the crust. crazy. So there's some people that I watch on the videos. I don't know why Josh takes offence to me saying that he puts out a lot of videos, because he does. And I would watch them if it wasn't just the same. This person is committing fraud. This person is committing fraud. No intent to commit fraud, whatever. This person is intent to commit fraud. This person is intent to commit fraud. If it wasn't the same old thing and just calling people names, that to me is not what the chase is about. But then that starts other people off, and they do the same thing, and pretty much there's 50 videos just slating people off. It's crazy. If we're not going to talk about the chase, that reminds me, Hush Whisper and people like saying, "Oh, you're a promoter, you're this, you're that." Yeah, I don't mind being a promoter. I don't mind promoting the chase. Not because I'm told to promote it, just because I enjoy being in the chase. Well, as much as anyone can enjoy, being in a place where people fight and argue and bicker and threaten to sue each other. Yeah, those double afterburners were good in his vid as well. They gave you the wrong pizza last time. Fenn 22. Or is it Forrest 22? Is it pizza night? They owe you a pizza. Not just any pizza. The meat feast. Have you all seen the? I was going to say the new Maverick film, but it's a bit old now. I haven't seen it yet. I intend to go and see it because I'm impressed with how they've done it, but I don't want it to not be as good as the first one. Mr. Fendi, how are you doing? Are you still looking for that poem? I'd recommend you quit now. It would drive you insane. And that, with a fair few years behind me, I say it in the nicest possible way. I knew you get stuck into it. I was going to give you this. I was going to give you everything that I knew. So yeah, I'll get on with this. A nice Supreme Pete. You're making me hungry again. Why do you lot do this? Mind you, I brought up food for OK Larry, so I can't say nothing but pizza. It's nearly 2 o'clock in the morning and you make me think of a Supreme Pizza. Did you enjoy the chat, Fendi? I noticed you ran off when it was getting interesting. I wanted to. I was like, oh, disappointed. Those were the days. Oh, Supreme Pizza. I like those Chicago town pizzas. I love all pizzas, but just to have something different, to bake it in the microwave on that little made foil type, not foil, whatever it is that you cook it in the microwave with, just really different. Interesting. that Forrest home shows. Ah, interesting that Forrest's home shows an error message on the Sotheby's website. Is it not for sale? Yeah, you see, whilst he comes across as a bad person, then Greg comes across as a bad person, and Frank came across as a bad person, and the list goes on. But, I don't think they're bad people. Ah, Mario, now what? I can't say, even if I knew. Um, trying to work out your name. So I think most of the names have a reason why they're given. Here we go. Well, I would have told you, Sam, but Hush is here. So I can't tell you the truth while Hush is here. I have to do the fake shit that he thinks we're talking about. Or she, I don't know. Or she. Or they, or them, or that person, or whatever they want to be called. So before you say anything, yes, I am a promoter of the chase, Hush. I promote the chase because I think the chase is a good thing for people. And that is the only reason. Hey, Paul. Yeah, it was funny. But Paul's not a bad person. He just tries to do the right thing in his mind. Um, I wanted you to both stop and, agree to disagree and tell us what happens. But it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Paul's a good friend, and I understand why he does what he does. Um, but for all of us, we can do the wrong thing sometimes, even for the right reason, and that's a problem with the world nowadays. We don't all agree with what the right reason is. Uh, yeah, we agree what the right reason is. We agree. We agree that there are bad things that people want to change, but there are ways to change those things. So reacting badly to a bad thing is not always a good thing, if that makes sense. But yeah, he did. Excuse me, he did sort of, yeah, I was on the phone. I couldn't. But even when he came back, he didn't, take charge. But at some point, neither of you were going to back down. So I'd have just muted both of you until you both calmed down because it was just going round and round. But I'm glad you calmed down and you're here, talking with us. Yeah, it's all good, but it's all good. I think Paul cares too much, so he's trying to look after Dave, man from the east. Dave probably doesn't want his help, but offering help, it's not a bad thing, or making suggestions is not a bad thing. And then, these Inca mirrors, oh, yeah, they got squashed. The more they got squashed, the wider they got. Excuse me. Hello, imagination of innocence. It's good to read you. You have supply every time you come in. Thank you. Well, you have supply wherever you go. Yeah, it's good to read. Yes, my first day of retirement was yesterday. I'm now into the future, so you're just chasing after me now. On 2 a.m. here in the morning. Whisper it. Oh, it's what they whisper. It's not what they say, it's what they whisper. Yeah, it was ignored. I mean, at the end of the day, no harm done. I'd have muted both of you and said, calm down. Let's hear what the end of the story was and agree to disagree. Okay, Paul. No sound. It's cool. Yes, absolutely crazy. Especially at 2 a.m. Wow, how many wrenches? Cool. You only need one. You have the power to wield that wrench. You don't need all them. That's what. Um, am I still obsessed with the chase? Not well. Yeah, maybe. I think Davey might be more obsessed than me. He gives me a lot of information that I otherwise wouldn't know, but I keep saying to him, it doesn't change the answer. It just gives you a clear indication of what might happen when it might happen. Don't hurt your brain, Paul. You'll never figure it out. We're all that word OCD, the something disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder. Boop boop. Yeah. Bill, it's naughty. Yeah, Paul doesn't get paid. Um, well, as far as I know, if he is, he lied to me, and you know, I would bet. Well, I don't own much, so own much. But I don't think he would be that individual. Why do you all people keep falling out? I don't get it. Yeah, I think I got that. That you weren't destroying Bill Paul in what you said. But I said earlier before you came on that people don't read the statements or hear the statements that are being made. So the first thing that was said was that you were claiming to be the soul and they want to know your soul, but that's not what you said. I'll try to put that in chat. Oh, the Joker. 4 cards left. This is crazy. So there's about 5 people in here all talking like they used to go to school together. Cool pirate. I think we agree on most things, even though we've never met, which is a bit like what Forrest said. Me and the finder agreed to say it was Fenn in Wyoming. Uh-oh. Bill's going to sing a song. He's indestructible. Is that Miley Cyrus? I can't remember who that was now. Indestructible. A few 100% for you people. Oh, somebody else beat me to all the others. I'm indestructible, as am I. Forrest agreed with himself. He was left in the finder now. Yeah. So I've said in chat my videos that if Forrest was a finder, then he would agree with himself that it was Wyoming. But he and the finder could agree without, if the finder found it in Wyoming and Forrest hid it in Wyoming, then there would have been an agreement without anything being said. If that was the case, if the finder finds it in Wyoming and Forrest hid it in Wyoming, then there's an agreement there that it was found in Wyoming without them having to say anything. The finder would agree that Forrest hid it there, and Forrest would agree that the finder found it. Yeah, I think me wearing the bracelet will be your best revenge was, confirmation of that. How, let's be positive. I thought he was being positive. But for me, it gets weird when Bill starts saying stuff like that. The Sol's in Colorado. Then he says, Forrest was saying, "Yeah, go along with the storyline." Well, the storyline is it was in Wyoming. I think he's being positive. I think Bill's saying it was found in Colorado, but the storyline is Wyoming. Well, it wasn't found in a Forrest Fenn. So is a Fenn in a forest, and that's not much different than it was found under a canopy of stars. Wasn't Wyoming a territory? Absolutely, it was. It was a big, 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 big place. I think one of my questions to Forrest, which never got answered, was the Rocky Mountains went into Texas as well. And Wyoming was a big place. So which is the Wyoming that we're talking of? And a good map, blah blah blah. Pirate. How could you accuse Bill's dog of doing the dirty on him? Hi Troy, how's it going? Yeah, I was saying that I would have muted them both when I come back until it was resolved. I'd have just gone right. That's it. If you can't talk, turn it off. Is that the French jest or the Romanesque one? What the Jack found, Bill's dog found. So is he related to Tucker? No, Paul. Uh, we don't complain, do we, Paul? We don't complain about anything. Robert G, how are you doing? Yeah, it did go a little too far. Like I've said, Paul's a good man. I think could be his beer night. That could sway him a little bit into what he was saying. But I think it did go on a bit longer than it needed to, and too strong opinions. I'd have just muted both. It wasn't in the spirit of the chase, I don't think. I don't blame Paul for wanting to stick up for people. I don't at all. But at some point, you have to, as Forrest probably would say, draw a line in the sand. Absolutely. I agree with that, Troy. Some things are more important. But you did come back and they were still going. You should have said, hey, you two, stop it. My platform, my rules. It was at Tucker Ponds where your dog sniffed it. Yeah, I don't think we need to discuss it anymore, you know. As the song goes, your history. Sorry, I'm back. You, that hacker, booted me off the net. It wouldn't be me. Pirate, you haven't booted my mate Hush off the net, have you? The wood is along Pass Creek at Tucker Ponds. Well, I think if you look at thestoof.com, you might get a hint or two. Don't mess with Popo. He go red. Yeah, I think he will. Help people. Absolutely, family's number one. I don't know if Paul's fake. I think he's a searcher who, you know, has a good heart. Used to it, been hacked for years. He started to sound like Barbara. Snoop Dogg. Willie. Well, how important is Willie in the chase? How important is the snow in the chase? It's twice now you've seen Willie in the snow. And there's more milk. You know, plenty of milk in the chase. You've got Bessie, and there's kittens, cats, whatever. Okay, Troy, cheers. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, it was a good stream that was going on. I missed, you know, the beginning of it, but what I was listening to at first was good. Willie out in the cold, one like myself. I don't think you meant to say it like that, did you, Bill? Did you go for a pee? Is that what it was? Troy? I don't know where that is. Well, I looked at most of. Is that in the search states? I don't know where that is. Is that in Colorado? Hush. I need some glasses. That doesn't say. Akron. It says what I thought it said, but yeah, but it made it sound like you went out for a pee and you were left in the cold. Ah, that's why. Thanks, Hush. I thought, well, Bill's in Colorado. I don't remember that being in Colorado. Oh no! So that means you're another one from Ohio, or you're Shy Guy, Street, Richard, and any of the others that are in Ohio as well. Well, Forrest had two faithful dogs, both of them, getting on a bit. Um, they all moved. Oh dear. Because you said they had to, or because they like the area. You're not stalking them, are you, Hush? Good, I'm glad. I don't like it when anybody falls out, to be fair, because I don't think there's any reason for it. I think whilst we're all different, we're all the same, and opinions are only that. They are the way that we're brought up. It's that simple. You were brought up a certain way, and you have an opinion of things because of the way that you were brought up. And until you walk in someone else's shoes, you won't understand their thoughts or their principles or whatever. Excuse me. Yeah, they're stalking me. Um, it's all gone to the dogs. It has all gone to the dogs. Yeah, I think. Yeah, all gone to the dogs. It was always at the dogs, but don't play any bets. Oh dear, excuse me. Okay, so why is it that people in chat are? I don't know if you're doing this on purpose or why are you all spelling your in the your and not you are? So either you're the same person spelling it incorrectly, or you're different people spelling it incorrectly. Who gives a rat's? Oh, not more rats. Well, as long as the person, thank you. No, I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying. Sometimes, people give themselves away because of what they write and how they write and what they say. I'm just trying to work out if, you know, three different names of the same person. I don't think he's on script, but I could be wrong. My judgment of people isn't probably the best, but I think he's a real searcher. The rest of you, cheers. I'm a one-man band. I only have one name. That's my name. I don't change it. If not for my name, I would have nothing apparently. So I take that on board and think, better just have one name then. Or does it mean I need two names? You're right. That's strange. Yes, I think it is strange. By the way, I never was a searcher. I was, oh, hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. And no one listens. Snickers. Oh, yay, oh, yay, oh, yay. Does that, money. How you doing? Is that the bell you have to ring? Ding, 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 ding. Oh, yay, oh, yay. I am the town crier. Woo! Oh, not that cry. It's a backy sting, yo. Hi, Lulu, how's it going? Another good video. Crickets and discos. If you've been worried. They certainly do, apparently. Oh, it's been cool. It's hidden star west. The thrill of the chase came to mind actually when I was at work for my last day, because they got a card and most of it was thanking me for, how positive impact I was and how much I taught them and stuff like that. A bit like, Forrest was saying about Martin. That people, can remember you if you do certain things and behave in a certain way. Oh, sorry, Hush. Here's something that says in the poem. One of these days I'll probably do the video to show what it says. But not yet. Just with you saying that says a lot for the West. I only have one screen name. If it wasn't the name, how would it? Yeah, but the thing is, we have to make a deduction that you're always okay. The Mario movies treasure. Who's playing Luigi? And the princess. I think Rick knows who should play the princess. Everybody knows that. Okay. Hey, Zozo. Good to read you. I am doing great. I had my first day of retirement today and they planned a surprise party for me. So I was asked if I could go around my son's house and sign some documents for him. They had a surprise party for my retirement, so I was like, oh. Otherwise I would have been at home watching Troy earlier than I actually got there. When one of you shoot me, will I see it coming? Yes. Ah, cool. Thanks for that. And that is a brilliant thing to say. Thank you, Lulu. Yeah, retired. Yeah, all good. Yep, 60. I couldn't do it anymore, so I said, no, that's it. That's it. Hey, hi, David. How's it going? Another good video you did the other day. You always doing too late for me, though. I have to catch up. Excuse me, but the only thing is when I'm catching up, I have to get at the right time, otherwise there's no chat. I see. That was a mind melt. Live long and prosper. Oh, me a Coke. Oh, man. But then bubbles go up your nose. It's horrible. don't know why Lily's saying wow. Cheers, David. I'm psychic, not psycho. Not psycho. And 5 is cryptic, not crypto. It's really creepy that Paul knows so much. I think there's an assumption there that all people are the same. Yeah, church is out. They're all coming out. Normally it's the pubs. They've all come out of the pub. Fell out of the pub. Now they're off to get something to eat. That's because he's you twice. I don't know who that's for. Normally you hear he's twice the man you are, but not he's you twice. High seas ahead, pirate. Oh, well done, Luli. Yeah, I became a little bit disillusioned in doing the job that I was doing, to be fair. The place started to change. People started to be, I don't know, just taken to a place where they don't really want to be. Oh, you're on about for me. Thank you, Louie. Yeah. I wasn't sure if you were wowing someone else in the chat. Yeah, it's all good. First day off. So when I wake up now, I always know what time it is. Time to go back to sleep. I said earlier I was going to actually ring in the radio station that we have on. Put out, this word request for my fellow workers that are no more, but whilst I thought it was funny, I'm not really that cruel, so I didn't do it. I didn't want to tell them that I was going to go back to sleep while they had to carry on working. Yeah, I don't get paid until I'm 67, so this is like personal pension and works pension. You'll change your name. Divide and conquer. Uh-oh. Public record? What's going on? I'm missing something. What's funny is the projection. Poo Poo just revealed he is what you think you are. Yeah, that was my concern, to be fair. To keep working and then too many people I know that, work up until time and then retire and then, not around much longer. Ah, now I understand. There is somebody called Divide and Conquer who's changed their name. Hello, Divide and Conquer. Are you two people or one? And if you are two people, which of those are you? Are you Divide or Conquer? Clean your clock and clean the house. Sounds so. Yes. I didn't throw my watch into the field. I have lots of watches, to be fair, but. Or rip up, stuff. Oh, crap. Older than I thought you were, Bill. 67 is 18 months. You will always be a caregiver, Lulu. Big answer. Is Larry? No. How could you say that, Robert? How are you? I want. Well, you can. You just change your name in here. But then there'd be two pirates, but only one wrench holder. A canopy of stars here. Idiots. Don't hold back, Hush. Say what you think. First tell me that. Well, I think Forrest will live forever, though. And those that he knew, and those that he didn't know, will help him live forever. Ah, Farmerside, I know you not well, but I know you. Clint Clark. You are a pirate, Robin McQuaid. Who's good to Rob McQuaid? Ask him if he has. And an innie or an outie. No, Robert, I'm not a Yank. You're not a Yank, okay? No, you're not okay. You're Larry. You're not a Yank. Darn it. Howdy. I'm 24/7, my twin sister. Yeah, so you won't give that up. But you're a caregiving person anyway, so. Yin and yang. Is that the flower pot man? Oh no, Bill and Bear. Okay, Larry is David. Okay, Larry can't be David. David's a Yank. He sounds more Yank than, some of the Yanks that are on YouTube. Thank you, pirate. Hey, if David is here, take note on how to host a channel. At least America's. Oh, cheers. Thanks, Hush. I got a compliment. Woohoo! From Hush. And Paul gave me a compliment. There are two people I didn't think I was going to get compliments from. Now, if Josh, gives me a compliment, that'll be 3. Make it a hat trick. I'm a Robert. Uh-oh. Paul, you're starting to make me believe that Paul might be right. Forrest told me never to email or call him again. He should have said contact. Contact. Poo-poo the line. I laugh, but, I shouldn't really because I'm a limey as well. I am a Pisces, though. Are you a fish? Zozo? I've not come across. Oh, the Russian boxes. Is that one of them Russian dolls on the shelf in the stoof.com thing? Those babushka things, whatever they're called. Excuse me. Larry David. Now that is a funny guy. Oh, Larry David. Now that is. June 6th is D-Day. Absolutely. That's just a day. Well, the Tower of Pooh, that was another solve that I went on. The Tower of Pooh. Thank you, Nikki. Appreciate that. Although, sometimes when I look at what's going on, is there money? Oh, bonus, bonus. The wise and knowledgeable sensei in the understanding of the Forrest Fenn chase. Thank you. Do I get more than a D? I pray for D's. Vintage made in USSR. Must be wood. Ah, not Fabergé egg then. Who's Skidoo? What are you like? You're starting to sound like Josh Jordan. He does a lot of breaking up turd and talking about people. I know you're not him. Right. Oh, they'd be like that. Paper bags. Ah, I'm a real guy. Ah, there you go. Larry's a real guy, not a pretend guy. Don't be so negative. Oh. The end is not yet, but it is nigh. What do you reckon, pirate? The end is nigh? Ever drawing nigh. Oh, hush. I was going to read what you're smelling, but it went. I'm a real guy. I was at Fenn's house. Well, so was, what's his name? Smell the sunshine, Matt. So I have to say the whole thing before I can get Matt. You a slot in England. Huh? You a slot in England. Not sure what that means. I live in England, yes. You a slot. I'm glad that said slot and not slut. You're a slot. I am in England. Uh, you see a lot in England. Yes, not a slot. Not a slut. Larry read the letter. Larry? I thought Matt read it. So now Larry's Matt. Hey, Davy, if you ever call. And not wearing Spurs, apparently. Another retracted. Why have you done that, pirate? I missed that. Uh-huh. Jose and Jose B. In Indy 4. That's funny. Hi, Tigger. How you doing? You missed 2 hours. You're absolutely right. And Sophia, how are you? You've been driving together this time, Tigger. Pirate is Ben. No, I've not got Ben moderating my chat, surely. My puppy Maverick can sniff out. Everybody's coming on here with dogs that can sniff out stuff. Yes, you have been, Miss Tigger. 79 or 80. Oh, I even went down that road as well. I got the table of elements. All them numbers. Even Beryl. Bomb was about to go off. Uh-oh. Did ask if anybody knew why the Americans wanted to bomb China. Hey, buddy. It's all good, Davey. How's your thing going? I had a surprise retirement party, so I haven't been about. Ben is moving. It's me and Mario on holiday. I was a jaguar once. Right. And you grew into a tiger. Tigers are wonderful thing. My lad loves it and stuff. Oh, we talk about a Labrador. Stage no. You can get an A straight to it. What's up? What's up? Tigger's a putty cat. You need to be a panther. A pink panther? Have you ever seen a panther that is pink? Pink. The rinky dink panther. Davy, I thought pirate was rich. What, rich as in Richard? Or rich as in lots of money? That must be. Who did Star Wars? Can't remember his name. I see his face, but I can't remember his name. That must be his duck. The duck is taking over the neighborhood. These no cougars. Yeah, the mallard duck. Forrest talked about mallard ducks. What was his name? He did Star Wars. There is a oxymoron that swirls around you, Mario. Why is that? It can't be around me now. It must be on that back wall in the stiff.com thing. That swirling stuff. Boy, do I feel stupid. It's not a treasure hunt. Don't go for it. Oh, a lion pass on, not an on pass on. Pirate is the solver. Well, that's good because he said it's me and him. And he's got loads of money. Look, loads of money. He's got all sorts of stuff. Green stuff, everything. And his swag. The only thing is, where have you hidden it, pirate? Mario needs a I was talking about having a wig today. Granddaughter's doing one of them dance shows. And she's got to wear a wig. I says, I'll wear it. She said, well, you do the dancing and I'll sit in the audience. MJ, 5 years, take a cold shower. Uh-oh, MJ's got to take a cold shower. Tigers are wonderful things. They are, Tigger. Not driving, Tigger. Wow. Somebody nicked the wheels off your car or something. You should consider the treasure you seek as like the one you should consider that hard. Are you talking to me? Uh-oh. I don't think I lied. You should consider the treasure you seek is like the one you lied about. Uh-oh. Yeah, all the ladies. Must be ladies' night. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. And the feeling's right. Shave your mustache and find a Kate Middleton. Hmm. Would she be right under my nose if I did that? You'll get what's given. Snickers. Would it be in Idaho? Oh. Forrest is a prisoner of war. A somewhere. We need to find him. Yes, I think that was the whole point. He dared us. So I was talking to Davey with my last gasping breath. How far are you going to get with your last gasping breath? From Santa Fe to Wyoming, or where his shoes were in the chest on the desk. I don't think Mario's wife would let Kate stay. That would be a problem, wouldn't it? But even more so, she's married into royalty, so I don't think that would be an issue. I think she'd let her stay if she did like the cooking and cleaning, the iron and stuff. Annoying. Oh, what a night. That's exactly right. Was it late December? I'm glad you're here, Monty. David, watch how Mario does it. Be still. Fake treasure for fake treasure. Fake treasure for fake. That's just sunk in. That's just sunk in. Oh man, that must mean, Hush, you know way, 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 way more than way more. Hush, you're about 30 bits behind today. Oh, F everybody. I can't say that. That's how I see it, and that's how it will be. Buzz, buzz, a diddle it, fake for fake. Yeah, that's funny, and true. I personally think now, Paul, he could be World War Two. Well, I hope you're not talking about me because I'm not that old. Not World War Two. Be right back. If we all chip in, can you read some? Do you know anybody who has some? Who would lend me them? We could do like a Mario's hour. Break cases of war. You wish, ladies. Of course, wish. Hi, yeah. If you think aliens, it's aliens. Never found out what the spider was saying. My spider senses were tingling. It is what it is. Your rules, huh? That sounds like Eric. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. Well, I am jumping. The Forrest rules, not mine. Well, I am jumping off now. Uh-oh. Don't be jumping off anything that's too high, David. Make sure there's nobody beneath you as well. But thanks for popping in, David. I appreciate that. Cleans house. Bingo. I pray for D. I pray for D-Day. More stamps in the book. What is a post-it note? Is it a stamp? Would it fit on a stamp? A sticky stuff. A sticky piece of something. New staff coming. Paul, alien spiders. Say what? I need to go. You need to go? Uh-oh. Why is it that you must go? And leave something for all to seek. Thanks, man. It's good to see you. No, I mean it. It's good to read that you're here. Poo-poo. Praise. He's also double D. Fenny, lowering the tone. What's up? It's a WhatsApp. WhatsApp, is that where they got the name from? Hi Five, how's it going? I think Paul was drunk. Yeah, it's he does have those days where he likes to drink. I wouldn't say he was drunk, just chill out. Yeah, I think he should have made the effort to. Street was moderator. Troy said he wasn't there. I think they should have, done something. It's probably a bit strong for, the video anyway. But it is what it is. I can't, I can't stick up for what was done because whilst he was voicing an opinion, the words that we used were, not right for the people that were there. I'm agreeing with you, Hush, but the fact that I'm agreeing with you makes me wonder why and how you know of such things, especially living in Ohio with all the others. Never heard from anyone. I went to World. Wow, this chat's moving. My waterfall. Me. I forgot about all the things that I found in the phone. As you tremble, then you will clean out you stickers. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. June 5 is in the book. 2 times in stamps. Fine date. I'm starting to think. Um, no, I'll leave that. Charles posted some of it. Thank you. I hope that's a good last thought and a memory even. Did Paul get mad? He got a lot. Hot over here. I want to sneak him in. 5. What are you like? How many did he crash in Vietnam? 2. And twice. And then he was told, keep him local. Don't need to worry about any friendlies up there aren't any. Yeah, it was a bit, relentless, so, I can understand it. Time a week. Always make stuff the best. That's what you stuff. And if you touch anyone. Oh, must be talking to David then. Uh-oh. He crashes. How would you know that? I hope Grandma wasn't in there and thrown a bedroll in and that with 12 kids and a redneck. Lions are strong. And the free lions are strong. Hush is good. Mr. Larry. Tigers are stronger. All of you. Yeah, I think our lions come with bulldogs included. down or not quite crashing. No, but one was a crash after being shot down. I think it's hard to, to think that most people get away from a crash in a plane. Yes, benchmark. I bet the guy killed the last grizzly in Colorado. Why does that ring a bell about somebody killing a grizzly? That was mentioned in the chase, wasn't it? That's running from my head, that is. Was there a grave or something to do with someone? I can't remember now. Too many solves in my head. Solutions and information. We killed both of them. A Roman Mastiff. Well, there's part Italian in me, I think, so I've got the luxury of having all of them. Sensei, I must confess, I exercised my power by timing out Hush Whisperer twice for 10 seconds. It was exhilarating. Hush is good. But I did notice that it did say mountain lion. Well, there was a mountain lion in the chase, and there was tigers and lions in the jungle. Well, I think he said that there is a word that is key. Funny he should say it like that. There is a word that is key. But you need all of them. Not Mr. Adams, Mr. Grizzly Adams. African lion. Saber-tooth. Uh-oh. Saber-tooth. That's almost like, what was the other bit? With the spear and the saber-tooth in the cave and the green comet and all that things that went together. Ah, good. And good is the friends you keep. Yeah, I know you're good. But, we can't like everybody's friends. Unfortunately, that's the way of the world. But we do not be friends because of the friends we keep. So you stay friends with all your friends, even if they don't like your friends. Does that make sense? I'm not going to fall out with one of my friends because they don't like my other friends. Stuff bears at the Shh. Pedal. Lions are my spirit guide. Nothing wrong with a good lion. I'm the man that destroyed Bill Gorman's life. That's worth something, right? Well, Bill's here and he doesn't seem too destroyed. Sloths are my spirit enemy. Yeah, I want to get in touch with my inner sloths. One won't get you there. You need all of them. F. Exactly. No one's picking on Bill. I'm a rhino or a hippo. I'm still deciding. My late wife bought me a hippo as a statement of fact, I suppose, about me. I'm a toad. They're like, why? I'm like, don't know. Two grandmothers corrected me and said, mountain lion. A word that is key, but you have to have all of them. One won't get you there. Mario. That's one of my favorites. Yeah, that's a good one. A word that is key. So he got questioned by K-Pro and Mike and them. And it's like, I'm too quick for you. I've already answered that question. So what's your question? He said, well, is it in the poem? Yes. And they're like, woohoo! And then he said, but you need all of them. One will get you to the creek. Would that be up the creek without a paddle? The key word is alone. Bill is the white wizard. I wouldn't mess with him. Yeah, Bill is probably all these people in chat. Bill's good. He knows more stuff than he was originally saying, that's for sure. Oh, did you read what I said about you? A is a word that is key. Well, I think you need to say that to Fendi. Pirates, my friend, they see, speak, and hear no evil. No, they see, hear, and speak no evil. That's a special song. It's above. See, English is a funny language, isn't it? See the word gag, what do you think? Joke? Is it a joke? Or do you think, not saying nothing? Silenced? It's not mine, Paul. Luli is not that sort of person, but it wasn't me. It's below now. A, omega, omega. Joke or being silenced. Yes, joke or being silenced. Bill is a white wizard. It's like Gandalf, isn't he? I've said a lot. Probably already said too much. And I wish I hadn't said the word yes. I love my new microwave. Does it do toasty stuff? You think? You think it's cold? Is that what there is? Uh-oh, are we in the cold? I thought we were already in the cold. I thought now we were... Cold. Brave and in the wood. Divide and Conquer has said more. Who was farmer something? Farmside? What is more than... Yeah, what is... Waters is more than one word. Interesting that you should say that. Warm is more than one word. Much can be said about who would take on the healthier body, mind, and spirit. Unhealthy. This is starting to get like Mr. Miyagi. Wax on, wax off. So you're getting air miles with your air fryer. You can say more. The ace of spades, the ace of spades. Me too. I love my ninja. Yeah, I think Mr. Miyagi was a ninja. Well, what does halt mean? Why did Forrest Excuse me. Excuse me. 3 a.m. That's right. Oh, it's time for love. 3 a.m. What time is love? He'll start backwards with you and then work his way up the ladder to the grounded monkey will go first. Cleans house. Well, funny you should talk about backwards. You have to, according to the first stanza, meet Forrest and recite the poem backwards while shaking his hand. That's what it said. I don't cook Mario, but I do cook. Um, or can cook, not do cook. Mainly, um, pasta dishes because I like pasta, but I do cook other stuff. My favourite food would be hamburgers and chips, but those things I'll get from McDonald's. And then it's spaghetti bolognese and curries. Curries are nice and they're not difficult to make, to be fair, if you have the right ingredients. And rice. The apex of the chase. Mario is retired, right. Oh, he is retired. This was my first day of retirement today. Well, this is my second day now because I'm at 3 a.m. in the morning, but they threw me a surprise party. They got me to a place under false pretenses. When I got there was a surprise party. Can't even say the ABCs backwards. I was going to do that then, but no. I think, yeah, if you look up the word ABCs, you'll be shocked at what it means. Well, some of you probably won't be shocked. You probably already know. "26, 25, 24." And Tigger can't spell. Well, I think Forrest said as long as the person knows, the apex of the chase is usual. Oh dear. Well, it's there in spirit, the X's. Yeah, I was talking earlier about when I try and spell now, because if you don't have it set to UK English, it's okay, it speaks American for me. But if I set it to UK English now and I try and write, sometimes I try and use the American spelling of a word and it goes, "What are you doing? That's not how you spell it. It's got red lines under it." So now I don't care. Just whichever one comes in my head. Come on, man. Somebody come clean. I'm glad to be prepared for World War III. When is up, down, and down, up? Thanks. Why, what have I done? Watched the video about logging. Absolutely called it heavy load. That took me to Riverton because of that heavy load stuff and log jam down the river and Forrest talking about the cook making pancakes, was it? I can't remember now. I saw the black crow fly. Oh, that was a raven, not a crow. But Crow 64. I'm typing into a massive crack in my phone. Who knows what I'm saying? Who knows? Who knows what I'm saying? Paul, have a good night. Is Paul going? Is that what I'm typing into? No. I saw the black crow fly. No, don't. Is it good? Load the line. Shit. Check it. Uh-oh. See, everybody's talking now. I've got that much in the chase in my head. So that takes me to Cleopatra Moon. ship went over, under, sideways, down, curves. Will do, best friend. Well, if you're going, Paul, take it easy. Ciao for now. And as Fenn would say, titties. See nose. It's funny language, English. I can see my nose. Gotta go. Sorry, folks. Thank you, Robert, for popping in. I'm going to go as well because it's 3 a.m. 3 a.m. 3 a.m. Turn around. There's a little black spot on the sun today. There's always a little black spot on the sun. It's the fake sun turned off. Now, there's always a little black spot when you look for those FAA cameras, weather cameras. And you look through them, like a black spot. Then there's two suns, and then there's all sorts of weird things around the suns, and then fake for fake. See you later, Hush. Thanks for the info. The turtle outran the cheats in the woods. Well. Just kidding. I wouldn't say. I started to race fresh water. So. Davey retracting? Oh no. No, why would I say that, Digger? Why would I say something like that? It's just another thing in the poem, in the chase, of years gone by. As I say, most people can talk about stuff in the chase and absolutely already, registered. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Thank you, Mr. Zozo, Mrs. Zozo, Miss Zozo, them, they, she, he, however my politically correct statement is. Thanks, good night. That's a character in something, I can't remember what it was. Thank you. Sushi is good, eating it upside down. Uh-oh, are you in Australia? The Yardbirds. Uh-oh, we'll talk about rock again. They were a group. Pirate later, Rob McQuaid. Funny enough. Not sure what all those emojis mean. Opening shop on the strip. I have done lots of work. Oh, I hope it goes well for you too, Mr. Five. I know you're male. Bad to the bone, bad to the bone. Part have a good one. Paul, keep searching. I will be watching. Do so good. Enjoy what you do, no matter what it is. And if you can't be good at it. White Wizard later. See you later, Bill. Pleasant dreams. Yes, I will have pleasant dreams. Thank you very much. I know that I haven't got to go work this morning in an hour and a half. I haven't got to wake up in an hour and a half to go work, and I don't have to put up with any jazz. Because Sunday is jazz from 2 till 5, and I can't stand it. So I can enjoy being us. You don't have to enjoy it, but if you want to enjoy it, then yes, you can. I have a George Michael Back to the Bone t-shirt. The bullseye hit the arrow. Yeah, that was the idea. Just throw the dartboard at the dart. Christine the movie. There's a fossil that's trapped high cliff wall. There's a fossil here sitting down talking to you. Getting old. So, I thank you, each and every one of you, for taking the time to speak with me, or write with me, or converse, or whatever the word is. Mining, outfitting minerals, carrying clean tools, and lots of firewalls for downtown. And flatlanders like me. Thank you, Mr. Pirate, for your efforts today. Sorry that I have to make you work when you come here. I wish it could be all play. There's a butterfly trapped in a spider's web. Oh, God. It's better than being a caterpillar trapped in a cocoon, which is what, Forrest mentioned about a cocoon. Cold wood is brave. Cold wood is brave. Paul's getting some. I live in a cocoon. Uh-oh. You a caterpillar, Tigger? Just think you'll be a butterfly soon. That freedom. There's a blind man looking for a shadow of doubt. There's a rich man. Oh, cool statement that is. I like that bit. There's a blind man looking for a shadow of doubt. I do like that. I'm already a butterfly. Whee! Wild, free. You're a butterfly living in a cocoon. You're ready to hatch. Is it hatch? Do butterfly hatches? Do butterflies hatch? It's a song. It's a good song. Those good lyrics. It's fine. I look for a shadow of doubt. Which song is that? It's come shot. Yeah. Well, Five, if ever I am in that vicinity, and it doesn't seem very likely at the moment, I'll definitely pop in and see you. I eat cannibals, feed on animals, always on the edible. You said worth the cold was when you locked outside with your willy or whatever. Why can't you be a flutterby? There is no reason why she can't be a flutterby. She wants to be a butterfly at this point in time. It's the police king of pain. Oh, I don't know that. You can see. Yes, it's my eyes are closed. My eyelids are closed, but my eyes are open. Tigger, as a caterpillar, you have mandibles. Look at what mouthpiece a butterfly has. My grandson is 3. He says that he walked with dinosaurs. Oh. Walk the dinosaur. Flutterby is a reference to chaos theory. I thought it was anagrams. Or string theory. String theory. A ball of string that disappeared. I'm more of a mayfly. No, you will fly, not you may. The song King of Pain, highly underrated. Highly underrated, highly underheard. I don't know that song. King of Pain. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Okay then, I'm going. I'm too late now to walk the dinosaur, so I'll walk it in the morning. It's an original story. Let's go through soon. Ah, Athena. She could see what most others could not. Athena or Minerva. It is Sting's big hits. I probably know it then if I hear it, but unlike Quasimodo, it don't ring a bell. From that reference. Built like a George Gordon from that reference. You are very knowledgeable people. Because some of that stuff. King of Pain. King of Pain. King of Pain. I'm going to have to listen to it and see if I know it. Doesn't ring a bell now. See, Bill, you have to be something like that because there's just no way that those things happen. You're not telecommunications. No way, Jose. Nope, 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 nope. You know of the nose. So, thanks again. I'll smack some of these hearts up for you people. When I say some, I mean loads because 22 people in here now. 8 likes. Wow. Didn't expect that. Those are for you and for you ladies. And if you've got allergies, sorry. And for you men who moan that you haven't got no flowers, couple, just in case. And I 100% appreciate you being here. Good times. Aren't the police from England? They are from England. Yes. Formerly called the Rosses or the Blue Bowls. They are from England. But I don't know the King of Pain song. Unless I do know it, but I just don't know it's called King of Pain. Yeah, Sting and the Police. Because he's an alien in New York with a message in a bottle, walking on the moon with them giant steps. And I can't think of all the other songs that are sung. Oh, young teacher, the subject of schoolgirl fantasy. I can't remember the ones. Can't stop hurting myself. So, ciao everybody. Mwah. To those that don't mind me blowing them a kiss. And a salute to all those that do. Thanks for popping in and saying hi and having a chat with me. There's a little black spot on the sun today. It's the same old thing as yesterday. Caught in a high free. Is that another song? I thought you were telling me a true incident that was happening. There's a little black spot on the sun today. Yes, good night. And for me, it's ciao for now. Take care, everyone. Be safe.